the federal government of the Imperium of Demons, the One World Global Coalition Party, King Gottwald Peter ID's 14 July 2019 document, the One World idea of the vision. Follow the King and rise for the One World, your power. Dear Excellency, the One World vision. The One World is expression of absolute and natural vision of the humanity and all world existence, out of the vision of the nationalist formations of the borders between states and barricades of the nations, which only differentiate the people of the great making, where all of us is born equal on the planet Earth, the Earth, which is our universal mother country, the place where naturally we our people have our own citizenship and our nationality is a world where not existed the border which have origin in the vision of one party who are one to centralize their local power of the control into the boards and enslave their people for only own party profit. All world humanity across the millennia, from time of our origin, have a burden the process of development of the nations. In our human start in the lower civilization level, where the people don't have ability to meet together, share data and intelligences, we are rise, which have ability to build our diplomacy, which have opportunity to unite between people of our side continents, and therefore the borders of our nations is only symbol of the last barbarian time of the making, where a development of our nationality is a good and the cause of the lower civilization level, where people have an ability to recognize their true identity and citizenship of our planet, the birth of Earth, where we have a right to life equally as one citizens, and therefore all millennia of humanity is only a time of the human loss. And to that time, we are alive in the world where all political globalism is in the level, and global political understanding the democracy of nations, where we are people have a right to accept and choice. We have a right to determine the true aim of all natural existence and purpose of universal united world, where has not existed the borders of the nations. And we are encouraged in our unity as one nation of the earth, one government of the planet, and one people, who are born equal in all world of the humanity. And this is our right of the making, because we are born for it. We are equally born as the humans. The people, we are born on planet Earth, where we have equal right to life here as one citizens, because this is the most universal natural truth. But the borders of our nations is only the ideology of supreme party, a small group of political leaders who are for their own prosperity control the masses of the nation. And therefore, in time of your own childhood, the first ability of your opportunity to understand your natural right for life in open world between all humans as one nation is in such time when you are never choice the isolation borders for the life of human king. You are a slave with the ideology of your national borders, which are only isolate you are, your family, and build the prison of your nation, which in self-suggestion generation to generation isolate the lives of your nation in the borders as a great wall against the whole world. The great wall which are now your people use for self-isolation against the whole world, which is your natural country, the planet Earth, your natural homeland. The borders of your territorial nation is a border of your self-recognition, which you are obtained in childhood, which is your own choice. And this territorial border are blockade you in free global life, open space of your development in level of the world. The blockade agents your world energies and development sources and capacities. Blockade agents your world liberties and freedom. The borders established only for your self-isolated life in one small country, which never have the competition power against the greatness of the whole world, and your natural right for life of global citizen. Never in the life of human has a child of determination to live in one territorial borders and the absolute unknown rule and character of such territorial zone, because our people is born in the own nature of one broad nation, and country which are the borders. No should have a known character of territorial barricades or self-isolated community order, and therefore no one child has open water for it. But the regime of control suggests that child be a process of open people national behavior in their territorial isolation, which is a conservative suggested generation to generation between the leaders and the people of the nation. The borders is only a populist trend of the conservatism, which is generation to generation pulled between the family, cities and the states, because such a suggestion has open origin in old barbarian time of people over civilized level. The civilized level where all states have the possibility to meet in the long distance, a time of the civilization level where all people power of control ability and administration have a maximal distance in all close zones, which therefore establish all borders of the territories and such kind of national idea which today time only prisoners because of our ability to effectively administrate the zone in the unity which another country is absolutely missing in the decentralization to distances, which is therefore only one fact which are in all old times established or territorial zone of the self-Slavic nation and to today in all time of the great civilization and social change, all intelligent and civilization, advanced and humanity connected together between all nations of the world, all world diplomacy, open transport and the tourism, telecommunication, cooperative defense and protection, mutually connected economies across the world. We are now live in all generation suggestions of territorial barricades, and only therefore of such a suggestion we are slave or people in our small country, which are isolated us agent all natural heritage of the humanity. All one world, the country of the whole humanity, because of the civilized people hasn't between us the borders, but only suggestion of the conservative trend which is established in time of the lower civilization effectivity, the time which have lost own function because all today days give us our ability openly connect between the nations and together in one intensive unity live together. We are can live as the one nation, and this is idea for which we are a people. At today's time, politically, we have a most advanced and successful strategy of the human unity, open in a touch and state of active building progress in broad name of the globalism, and for it we have a right to peacefully fight. From time of our first or our past, the age far away ago, to time of today, all world has a great change. The progress for the great success of our nations, and here is a proof. The one world is a natural way of the humanity, and future of all nations, the future which we develop and build from time of the past into future, until the day of absolute human unity. From first time of the small villages across the world, we making our rise to the states, and we build our diplomacy and international partnership. We are established regional unions where origin the unions across the continents, and this is the progress of our success. And the effective success for which we are people build the primary steps of unity between the nations. Today days we are people is connected under globalist organizations as the United Nations Organization, World Trade Organizations, World Peace Centers, and Cooperation for Global Prosperity, because the unity of the people during loss of the conservative barricades is effect of the natural human existence, which is not possible to prevent with the blockade in the development between the people, but in another way of the case, and more in a strategy for war making, for strategy, the strategy which of the competition, we can understand and choose the best way to stand for the human unity right now. The one world vision is a vision of the world where having existence of borders for the isolation of small nations and the powers of the whole world, and this is our one world, is a world where no people live in the multinational slavery with dependence on foreign nations, independence on foreign economies or security trial, not under oppression of foreign political interests established from the needs of only a local geography, the prosperity only for one territorial community of your state or those states in the foreign out of view, and therefore all world in one global unity have the ability to be developed without the borders, without blockades, without the limitations, and under open life in the liberties of our nations, in the faster progress and development. Per only 10 of years we are together in unity, can expand the power of the millennium, and therefore for all last existence of 5,000 years, we are alive in time of most great losses of world making, the losses of other nations. The borders between the nations haven't anything what are keeping you successful, to you, for your family, for your friends, your nation. The borders of nations is a main factor which in the world created the events of the foreign dominance interest, political oppressions, the events of the colonialism, wars, slavery, genocides, territorial occupations, and also economic difference and social decentralization. Therefore, the borders of your nation is a conservative trend established from a shock of self-defense against the risks which are key whose all last times of the lower civilized nations, the time of the barbarian age. In the time of our life today, and open time in the future, we are can connect the people and the nations in the world, be safely and under argument in the friendship. We are can connect our nations and claim all one nationality of the people of Earth, the one world nation, which therefore have advanced change and all world never need face the threat or conflicts of the war and colonialism, which origin from the different geography of self-isolated policies, and we are having the dependence on the foreign economy. We are needing good barricades of security which prevent open civilization progress, which ability to openly use modern technologies. We are losing manufacture of criminalities, and we are can globally administrate the world Earth surface as one nation, where therefore as quickly we are eliminate our criminality, our sadness, our social difference, recognition of third and developed world countries. It is a day of end for the poverty, famine, and the hungry, no sadness between the nations, and we are eliminate the conflicts and differences between the nations, when therefore all human liberties is open in the dimension of the whole world, your mother country, the world where we are equally have a right to use all our planetary resources. Planetary we can travel, planetary we can develop, and united between the people in the level of one planet we are can live as one nation, and for it we are as born as universal humanity, the king of the human race of one nation. This is the one world, the one nation, the one people, and one all global government. The world where heaven don't exist the blockade, the borders, barricades, and the conflicts, no slavery and dominance as a natural purpose for the colonialism. This is the world where you are is born, and no any other people can have a right to blockade your liberties of the people in universal human freedom and the prosperity. The one world is a natural existence of the whole humanity, because a natural human is born without the borders, and therefore in the vision of your world, global unity of humanity. It will be the first historical day where we are people on our planet Earth. We will live as a true humanity. The first time of the human, because the times of the last and lost under our decentralization between us, this is not character, the natural and universal humans, but this is only slavery system and self-isolation agent your own right, and this old human lower level is a symbol which are have a protection only beyond your own territorial borders, borders as a symbol which have origin in time of the first climb centuries and millennia ago, far away from all to the human norms, civilization level, and the name of the humanity. Therefore, in such a vision is established for you, for your own future, and for your national progress. This is open a new way, the way of the united making, one humanity and one nation. The world which is given to you be your born, and the world, your motherland, which has your natural signature, be your first human step, a world for which you can together fight, defend, and advocate. Now to stand up and rise for unity of the making, and invite all your friends, your greatest families, and the people who are alive in good idea for your nation, when therefore we together can stand, united and globally pool the political parties, movements, organizations and others, all central human civilizations, which therefore will represent all to a humanity in all natural the greatness of mankind and world planetary power, the humanity who are all rights on our planet Earth, and we are having the right to build a world where our people live as the global citizens. And no greater, successful and better idea in competition is a given for intelligence of humanity. All movement having the opposition dominance because here naturally competition don't exist. To be born on planet Earth as a human of one world from a time of your first origin is a step of way only to the victory. The one world is the victory of the making. The time of our human global decentralization is in effect of the statistic and laws, most bigger war of humanity, across the millennia of all age. No another event have worse impact into our human race. In time of our united future, responsible recognition is the determination of territorial differences as the most highest human crime. Dear Excellency,